Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video of this series, I showed you how you can fetch value from the file named words library, which was the Excel file, and how you can fetch your data from that file. So this was our code, and till now we have created 4 files. One is main file, where whole logic was going to be written, and there are 3 supportable files for this main file. One is words suggester file, words adder file, and words filter file. So to this point we have achieved few functionalities, like we can add the data from this file to our words library, and we can fetch data from there also for getting word suggestions, and we can create new files using this text editor. We have added this functionality also, or in simple we have added functionalities to this button: open file button, save file button, and save as file button till now. But and one more button also, AI button. We have added some functionalities to this button, and copy also. But till now only 2 buttons are remaining. Right now only 2 buttons are remaining, and those buttons are time traversal and mic button. So for achieving our goal, we are going to start with mic button. And one more thing also guys, actually I told you that I'll show you how you can use key commands for opening new files, saving files, and etc etc. Means how can you give your own command, how can you make your own command for this text editor. Suppose that if I want to copy a file, then I can use Ctrl C, that's a command, and if I want to open time traversal, then I can press Alt Escape. Suppose that this is the command for opening time traversal. So I'll show you also. So currently we are remaining with 3 options. Number one is time traversal mode, second one is mic, and third one is key response. Key response means a function which will listen to your command keys which you press, combination of keys, and if those keys matches with the inbuilt keys or keys which are written in its database or in its path, then that command will be executed. So let's go guys, let's start with mic button. So guys, actually what is mic button? Mic button, whenever we press mic button, then our text editor will listen to us and it will type words according to that. So in the text area. So this is the feature of mic button, or use of mic button. So let's add functionality to this, and first of all let's see which method will be called when we press this mic button. And yeah, setting list box, copy button, setting mic button. You can see from here we have used this is setting mic button, and cell logo 11 for off mic and logo 12 for on mic. Sorry, I have used off mic, so I have to use on mic for this. On mic. So let's add functionality to mic button. You can see when we press this, then in that case a method will be called named autotype method will be called. So let's move to that method. Here is our autotype method. Actually, since it is a mic button, means again we have to use multi-threading, because on a single thread we cannot run hardware for listening our mic, and with this application also. So we have to use multi-threading. So let's make a thread which can type with us. Threading, not threading. Let's give a name as thread 4. Thread 4 equal to threading dot thread. Target will be, let's make a function name target equal to self dot pod. Means when this thread will run, a method will be called name as self dot pod. That's target. Great. So let's start this thread. Thread 4 dot start. Fine. So we have started the thread. Now when this thread, as I said you, as I told you, that whenever this thread will be called, a function will be called, the name of function is self.bot. You can see from here. So let's add this function to our file, this main file, def bot. Bot means it will help us in typing. It will automatically type words for us. So guys, let's make a counter variable for first. Self dot bot counter. Bot counter. Yes. Actually, there is we haven't defined any bot counter till now, so we have to define it also. Here, as you remember that because according to a variable, we have to switch between the images. Suppose or according to a variable, we have to switch in a file. As we did in the case of word suggestion method. Yeah, as we did in the case of when we were fetching data from the file, words library file. So same thing here, I am defining a variable named self.bot counter, not boot counter, self.bot counter equal to 1, sorry 0. Again same case, if it is even, it means I don't want to run auto typing, but when it is odd, then I want to run auto typing. So whenever initially it is 0, means you can take it even, then auto type is not working. But when we click over auto type or means back button, then it will be increased by 1. So like this, we have increased the bot. It means we want to run our mic. So let's put a condition while self dot bot counter mode 2 is not equal to 0. As the name suggests, as the syntax is clearly saying that if it is odd, then you have to keep running. Yeah, as I told earlier. So same thing, if it is running, then you have to change the image first. So let's do it. Mic button dot config. You can see from here, for on mic we have logo 12 and for off mic we have logo 11. Since it is running, so we have to put another logo, that is logo 12. So image equal to self dot logo 12. Yeah, fine. So means we have updated the logo. Let's update the app also. Self dot update. Now we have updated the app icon. Now it's our duty to call a script, or you can say a simple script which will listen to us and add words according to our speaking into our text area. So for doing that, what we have to do? Yeah, we have to simply call a method, or you can say that we have to simply make another class, like mic feature class, which will listen to us and add words to our text area. So let's do it. Let's make a separate class for it. Let's make a class name mic feature. Okay, and go to when let's create a class. Class means Python file. Let's provide the name as my feature. So we have our another class which will listen to the user and add words whatever he is speaking to the text area or area where our content will be written. So first of all we have to use threading, because user can type also while speaker or while mic is listening. User can type also, because if we do not use threading, then what will happen? If user is typing, then mic cannot run. If your mic is running, then user cannot type. A position of, or you can say that a condition of laptop or device can be hang in that case. So let's do it. Let's import the basic library which will listen to us of Python, that is import speech token. Actually I have installed it earlier, that's why it is suggesting me as SR. I have imported it, and then I have to import a library named JSON. I will tell you why I am using this JSON over here. Let's import time also, because we are going to read it. Time. So this is our time library. Threading time, great. Speech recognition, JSON. That's fine. Let's make a recognizer which will listen to us. Recognizer object sr dot recognizer. Great. Let's pick a class my feature. Class my feature def init object of the class. Then let's make a thread 5 equal to threading dot thread target is going to be self dot working. This is the method which will be called when thread starts. Thread 5 dot start. Make a method def working, because we called that method over here working. Then self so hence in this way we can add this method, like we are going to add working. Let's make a condition. Suppose that if a user started mic and due to some cases it couldn't start, or you can say that this mic is not working. So let's make a condition over here first. The condition will be try, not try actually, because we couldn't get the error. Let's put a condition. Okay, leave that, just make it simple. We can also handle that earlier when we type we can also handle that. So let's make a variable first. Self dot st equal to, this is a simple string as you can see, and let's make a variable, not variable, a counter actually. So this is the counter. I will tell you the use of this counter also. and this variable also. So I am starting mic. So for starting mic, I have to use with sr dot microphone as source means I am turning this mic on with sr dot microphone as source r dot adjust for ambient noise, because I want to cancel out the noise. That's why I'm putting this line. Source, let's put a duration 0.3. So this is the duration. Now actually we have started the code. So this is a yeah, here we are clearing all the noises. Now this is the time. Now this is the time to add more functionalities, like we want to listen to user. So for listening that, we are simply making a track and accept condition, like audio equal to r dot listen, source comma phase time limit. Using r dot listen, we are listening the user, whatever user is speaking, we are listening that. So phase limit equal to 4, means up to 4 seconds we have to wait. Then we have to again, you can say that we have to rebound back or again start this method. The time limit is 4 seconds. So if user is not speaking, then you can wait for 4 seconds only, and if he is speaking, I'm sorry, then that's fine. So up to 4 seconds it can wait. Then after that it will again start. It will start again. So a audio equal to r dot listen source phase time limit equal to 4. This is the line. Now suppose that if it is mic is not working and it throws some exception. So let's handle it. Except print internal problem occurred. So this is the message. Whenever our mic is not working or due to some internal problems couldn't work, then we will get this message. So suppose that our mic is working and it is also listening, but in future or in running condition it can throw some error. So let's again handle them using try block. Try text equal to r dot recognizer. Recognize, actually I want to use Google API, that's why I'm using Google recognize Google. So audio from where you are listening, and language will be English from US or US. Great. Whatever I will speak, it will store in this text variable. Whatever I will speak. Now, if you remember that I imported JSON file, JSON library above. Inside this code, you can see from here also, here we have imported JSON library. So actually this line, after this line we will get an exception. So for or you can say that for saving our machine from that exception, we will put a JSON line which will handle the exception, and our mic will also work quite good because of that line. So let's put response equal to JSON dot dumps actually because it will handle the output of this file, not file actually, of this text. And also it will save our program for throwing exception or errors. So json.dumps text ensure ASCII false dot encode UTF-8. That's great. So we have put that line over here, and the use of this line simply it will save our program from exception, and we can use the functionality of Mac also using this line. So we have used this line. Now, whatever user is speaking, it is our duty that we should convert that text into lower, because it can be in lower. Just to avoid confusion, let's convert it into lower text. Basically it is lower, so just to avoid confusion, let's convert all the text to lower. Text dot lowercase, I mean to say. So whatever he will speak, it will be converted to lower, I mean to say lowercase. Now what we want, we just want whatever user is speaking, after he ends up, there should be a space for next incoming words, whatever he is speaking. After that, if he ends, then there should be a space, and next upcoming words will shift over there after that space. So for doing that, let's add a line text equal to text plus space. Means if he ends, then automatically a blank space will be added after text. And we made a variable name st. So self.st, which I made earlier. I told you that I will tell you why I am making this. So for this purpose I am making that variable. So it will carry the whole text, whatever user will speak, it will carry that, so that we can use this text outside this working variable, or not variable, working method. So that's why I put the value of this text inside self.st, so it can be accessible outside this working function or working method. So if you remember that we have used try over here, let's put exception or except. In any case, if an exception occurs, then we will use s equal to okay, there is no need to use s. We can also use print can't recognize. Cannot recognize what you said. Okay, this is the message which will be printed to the console screen or terminal window if any error occurred over here, can't recognize. So we have used except block. Now let's come out from this method, because we our listening or whatever we want to listen, we have listened using this method. and now we want to get the text, whatever text it has collected, this file has collected. So for that we are using get method, self return not threading, return self dot st. Great. So I'll get the value from here. So let's again jump back to the main file. So you can see that we have added a separate class for mic feature, which will listen to the user for us and fetches his words and provide us using get method. So now what we will do over here, we have to make an object of that class and we have to import that also. So initially I am making object obj of that class, obj equal to my feature, obj equal to my feature, that was the class, we will import it, no problem. So we have created the object of that class, means whatever user will speak, that is going to be recorded, that is going to be recorded by that class. So now we have made the object of that class. Now we want to put the value or whatever user speak, we have to add that value to the text area. So how do we do that? We will use self dot text box self dot text box dot insert tk dot capital insert, means at the where cursor is blinking I want to print the text over there. So tk dot insert and the value of text will be obj dot get. I told you get method will return the text whatever user speak spoken. So that's it. Now this loop will run only in that case if self dot but bot counter will be 0 or will be odd. Now if it is even, then in that case what we will do, we just simply have to change, or we will come out from this loop and we have to update the icon of the mic button. Self dot mic button dot config image will be self dot logo 11, because logo 11 means mic deactivation. So that's stop, that's correct. Now print a random message, print pod stop, means program has listened, has stopped listening. So you can see that here in this method bot we have added the functionality of mic button. Let's use this, and first of all let's import it from mic feature, import mic feature. So we have imported, this is the file name mic feature and this is the class mic feature. Let's run it. And guys, basically I want to tell you that as I told you in instruction video, this is Python and we are working in Python, so that's why here mic can be slow, because it is Python is very slow with hardware, that's why. So let's run mic. You can see that here actually it is not updating, the screen is not updating. Let's close it. And one more thing also, name th. Here we have written th. That's why it is throwing exception. Let's see where we have used the incorrect. Yeah, th. It is thread 4 and here we have used th only. Thread 4, correct. Let's see. So this is our file. Now mic is working, and basically it can take some time for listening you at first. Let's see. Hello, I am typing. Hello. Okay. Couldn't find Pi audio. Check installation. You can see here we are getting error Pi audio. How to resolve that? We have to import a library named Pi audio, and actually this library is a very tough to install. It is a very tough library. You can install each and every library, but this is going to be the hard library for installing purpose. Okay, no problem. Let's see. So Pi audio. Yeah, this is the library. Let's install this package. Actually, my internet connection is also slow. That's why it is taking some time. But no problem. It will be installed. So it is installing. Till now, yeah, it is installing. Leave that. It will be installed. Let's add further functionalities. Actually, I am not able to click over here because it is this window is running right now. I don't know why it is taking so much time. Let it install. We can install it later. So let's add functionality to time traversal mode first, and last we will install Pi audio and we will verify the result of Pi also. Sorry. So let's add the functionality to time traversal button, because here we want to add functionality to time traversal. So for doing that, let's see where we have defined the method called time traversal. So yeah, package installed successfully. You can see from here package has been installed. Let's verify that result also. Verify the result. And again it is throwing some error. Unable to open slave ALSA libpcm dmix. Actually this is the problem of my Linux. That's why it is throwing error. I have to configure alpha, not alpha, that's ALSA. Okay, so I'll do it later, no problem. But we have made the function, we have made the feature. We have added the feature of mic button. So let's add the feature of time traversal. Actually, let me tell you what is time traversal over here. Time traversal simply means, suppose that if you are writing something, and as I told in introduction video. So if you don't remember, then there is no need to switch from here to there. I'll tell you. Time traversal. Suppose that if you are typing something, and you, after saving, you have shut down the machine, and before shutdown you have changed the data, and after that you have shut down the machine. Then what will happen? Your old data, which is useful for you, will be erased, as in the case of normal text editors. But in this text editor, we have added a functionality of time traversal, using which we can access that file also. means previously written file. So how do we do that? The simple logic for this will be, whenever user click over save or save as, then in that case, in that yeah actually yeah in save and save as, then in that case anonymous save will be occurred. Actual save will be occurred, and along with an anonymous save will be occurred. Let me tell you what is anonymous save over here. Anonymous save over here is the save which is not known by user. Means one save is in front of you, one file saving is in front of you, and another save will be done from that side to a specific folder from where you can fetch the files also. Because that's why I have called this folder as time traversal node, and we will do saving along with file name and the time and date, at which time and which date it was saved, so that you can extract your previously written files from that folder. So this is the concept of time traversal mode. Or in briefly and simple words, I want to say that along with your save, when you click on save, an anonymous save or a save which is not known to you will be occurred. So let's do it. Wait guys, actually I have to pause because my laptop is draining so fastly. So let me pause and charge it.